I am ready to make another video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to share 2 ways in how we can cultivate gratitude during the holiday season. And so if you're interested, let's get into it. Gratitude is written all throughout the Bible, and in Psalm 106:1 it says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, His love endures forever." So before we partake in the holiday festivities and before we go Black Friday shopping, I want us to stop and to pause and to reflect on the goodness and the faithfulness of God. So the first way that we can give thanks to God is by remembering. Remembering God is one of the best ways that we can give thanks to Him. In Psalm chapter 77 verse 11, it says this. It says, "I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago." You know, there's a story of this elderly couple in their 80s, and they've been having a lot of memory loss issues. And so they went to the doctor's office to get themselves checked out. And the doctor evaluated them. He did a physical checkup, and he said, there's really nothing wrong with you guys, but moving forward, you might want to write things down just in case you forget things. And so the elderly couple thanked the doctor, and they went back home. And later that evening, as they're watching TV, the husband stands up and starts walking towards the kitchen. And the wife says, "Hey, before you go to the kitchen, can you bring me a scoop of vanilla ice cream?" And then the husband says, "Sure, I got it. Don't worry about it." And the wife says, "Are you sure? You might want to write it down just in case you forget." And the husband gets a little irritated and a little annoyed. He says, "No, don't worry, I got it." And the wife says, "Hey, not only do I want a scoop of vanilla ice cream, but I also want whipped cream with the cherry on top. Make sure you write it down so that you don't forget." And the husband is irritated even more and says, "Don't worry, I'm not going to forget. I know you want vanilla ice cream with whipped cream with the cherry on top." And so he heads into the kitchen. And 20 minutes later, the husband comes back with a plate of bacon and eggs and says, "Here you go. I didn't forget." And the wife looks at the plate and she gets so angry. She's fuming with anger. She says, "I told you you would forget. You forgot to bring my toast." Thank you. I mean, let's be honest. That was a funny story. I told that story to my church this past Sunday, and no one laughed. Now the point is this, and that is that we are a forgetful people. God knew that His people were prone to spiritual amnesia. And so all throughout the Old Testament, God is constantly reminding the Israelites to remember me, to remember me. Let me read you a couple of verses. Deuteronomy 5:15 says, "Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and that the Lord your God brought you out of here with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm." Deuteronomy 8:2, "Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the desert these 40 years to humble you and to test you in order to know what was in your heart." Deuteronomy 15:15, "Remember that you were slaves in Egypt and that the Lord your God redeemed you." You see, remembering God is another way where we can give our thanks to God. And so this holiday weekend, may you remember how God has been faithful to you, how He has been good to you in the past. Because when you remember, that will give you confidence and that will give you hope in the present, and so that you can move forward into your future even when things are uncertain, because you know that God will be with you because He was with you in the past. So may you remember God's faithfulness and goodness in your life. The second way that we can be grateful is through our generosity. Giving and generosity is written all throughout the Bible. Now, if I were to ask you, if you had to pick a word to describe who God is and the Christian faith, what would that word be? And I think for a lot of us, we will pick the word love, because God is love and we're called to love one another. That's not a bad choice, it's not a wrong choice, and that's the word that I will pick as well. And that word love occurs over 700 times in the Bible. But did you know that there's another word that occurs nearly 3 times more than the word love? And that word is giving. That word occurs nearly 2,000 times all throughout the Bible. And so giving is very important in the life of a Christian. So why is giving and generosity mentioned so much in the Bible? And the reason is because God is a giver Himself. He has graciously provided all the things that we have in our lives today. And not only that, the greatest gift that He has given to you and to me is His Son, Jesus Christ. John chapter 3 verse 16 says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son, so that whoever believes in Him will not perish but have eternal life." God is a giver, and so all the blessings that we have are from God. Our job, our talent, our skill set, our family, our career, our education are all gifts from God. And here's the thing. we are not the final destination of God's blessing. Freely we have received and freely we have to give. And so one of the ways where we can show our gratitude to God is through our spirit of generosity. Whatever God has given to us, we are called to be generous to the people around us. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving weekend with your family and with your friends. And don't forget, remember God's faithfulness and God's goodness in your life, and remember to be generous with all the blessings and the gifts that God has given to you. Hey, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you want more videos that will help grow your faith. Thanks, take care, and God bless.